The Villisca Axe Murders. It was a warm summer night in Villisca, Iowa, on June 9, 1912. The Moore family had spent the evening at a church event, enjoying laughter and fellowship. Josiah Moore, his wife Sarah, and their 4 children Herman, Catherine, Boyd, and Paul walked home under the dim glow of the moon. Along with them were Lena and Ina Stillinger, 2 young neighbor girls who had been invited to stay the night. The small, cozy house was alive with chatter and laughter as the children settled into their rooms. As the town drifted into a peaceful slumber, a shadow slipped into the Moore home. The stranger had likely been hiding in the attic, waiting for the family to fall asleep. He moved silently through the house, wielding an axe he had found on the property. The horror began in Josiah and Sarah's room. The intruder swung the axe with savage force, striking them repeatedly. The brutal blows shattered the quiet of the night, but no one heard the screams. The killer moved methodically to the children's room, where one by one, their lives were extinguished. Finally, he entered the guest room where Lena and Ina slept. Lena, it appeared, had woken during the attack. She fought back, her small hands clutching at her attacker, but she was no match for the violence. When it was over, the house was deathly still. Blood spattered the walls and ceilings. The killer, eerily calm, covered the mirrors and windows, as if trying to hide from his own reflection. He left a plate of uneaten food on the table, placed a kerosene lamp at the foot of Josiah and Sarah's bed, and opened a Bible before slipping into the night. The discovery. The next morning, neighbors grew concerned when no one from the Moore household emerged. A friend of the family entered the house and was greeted by an unimaginable scene. The townspeople were horrified. Who could commit such a heinous act? And why? The unsolved mystery. Theories abounded. Some suspected Reverend George Kelly, a peculiar traveling preacher who had shown a strange interest in the case. Others pointed to Frank Jones, a businessman with whom Josiah had a feud. Despite multiple suspects and trials, no one was ever convicted. To this day, the Villisca Axe murders remain unsolved. The house still stands, preserved as a tourist attraction. Visitors claim to hear whispers, footsteps, and the faint laughter of children. Some say they feel an oppressive presence, as though the walls themselves remember the violence of that night. And the question lingers in the air like a ghost. Who was the shadow in the night?